Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this beaded chili pepper. I put a picture up on Instagram with the chili pepper in it and I got a lot of requests for it. I'm not completely satisfied with the design yet, but maybe there'll be an updated video in the future if I ever come up with a new pattern. But I just wanted to show you this one for now, as a lot of people asked for it. So let's get started. So to make one of these chili peppers you will need some size 8 seed beads. I'm using this orangey red. You'll also need some size 8 green seed beads. You will need some fireline, I'm using £6 crystal, and your beading needle. So to begin, thread your needle and pick up 3 of the red seed beads and slide those down. And then you want to sew up through the first bead to make a triangle. And then you're going to pick up 1 red bead, and coming out of this one here you're going to go into the one next to it in that direction so that it sits on the top. You're then going to sew through the next bead in the triangle, and that just secures it in place. Then turn your piece over so that you're working on the top. Now you're going to pick up 1 bead and go into the next one. And do that 2 more times. Pick up 1 bead and go into the next bead. And once more. This time you're going to go into the next one and the one above it. Now we're going to be adding 3 more beads for the next row. So pick up your first one, skip over the one underneath and into the next one. And again, skip over the one underneath and into the next one. And the last bead of the round, same again, skip the one underneath, coming out of that one, skip the one underneath into the next one and the one above that as well. Always remember to step up into the next row. It gets really confusing if you forget to step up. So now we have this. So I'll show you one more time. So each row you're going to be adding 3 beads. So pick up your first bead. So pick up the bead, skip over one and into the next one. Same again, pick up a bead, skip one into the next one. And for the last bead you do the same again, but then also step up into the one above. So that's what you've got to continue doing, adding now as many rows as you'd like. You can make it as short or as long as you want to. So just keep going ahead, adding those 3 beads to each row and not forgetting to step up when you get to the end of the row. So add 3 beads, step up, add 3 beads, step up. And go ahead and do that until you get the length that you'd like for your chili pepper. So I've done that and I've made it as long as I'd like it to be. The longer you make it, the less sturdy it will be, just so you know that. And mine measures about 1 inch. So once you've done that, we need to add the stalk. So if you look at the top of your piece, there's the last 3 beads that you added, and you're going to just circle through those a couple of times just to bring them all together. Like that. And then pick up 1 green bead, and you're coming out of that one there in that direction, and you're going to go into the bead next to it in the triangle in the same direction so that it pops on the top, and then sew through the next one in the triangle and the one after that, and then back up into the green bead, and this just means it's secured to all of the beads in that top row. So now you're going to go back through that red one underneath that you just came out of. So it's attached to all of them now. and then sew back up into the green bead and pick up your second one, and you're going to go into the bead in the opposite direction to make a circle with your thread, and that bead will just sit on the top. And then I'd suggest just circling back through those 2 green beads again a few times to make it really secure. And at this point you could add a jump ring or a loop of beads if you wanted to make it into earrings or a pendant. So now we have this, and it's now when we need to create that curve so that it stays permanently curved like a chili pepper. So what you need to do is take your thread and sew back through your piece until you're exiting out of one of those first 3 beads, that first triangle of beads that we added. Make it so that you're exiting out of one of those beads. Okay, so once you're exiting out of one of those bottom beads, not the point bead on the very bottom, but one of those in the first row. So then you're going to skip that one right above it and go into the one above that in that direction. So you're making a little loop from the bottom one to 2 above. So you have this, and then looping back round from that one back into the bottom one. So you should now have a circle of thread between those 2 beads. Now this can be a little bit tricky. You're going to have to pull it really tight, and also that bead in the middle there, pop it behind just like that as you pull it, until those 2 beads that you just joined together are sitting right next to each other. So this is what we have. And so these are the other 2 that I made, and the longer that you make it, the more effective the curve will be. But like I said before, if you make it longer, it'll also be floppier, it'll be less sturdy. This one in the middle, I think, is the perfect size. And that's about 1 inch, like I said. So once you've done that, then what I would suggest is you sew back through your piece and really tighten it up. Try and go through as many of the beads as you can again, because it does get a bit loose as you're working with it. So yeah, like I said, sew back through, tighten it up, and tie off your working and your tail thread. So that's it. Once you've tied off your threads, you're all finished. So like I said before, I'm not completely happy with it. It is a bit lumpy and bumpy and wobbly, but I suppose real chili peppers aren't perfect, so it works. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do make it, I'd love to see on Instagram. I'm at BeadingbyHannah. I love receiving all the photos that you send me of things that you've made. And comment down below anything else you'd like to see from me, and like this video and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.